Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we're doing an iRacing tutorial. So, how do you get faster in sim racing? I've wondered it myself and I've been searching it up and have found one trick that I had no clue actually made you quicker in sim racing, but I've tested it out and it does feel like it feels a lot better. So, and you know, it almost makes it feel more realistic. So, which makes you quicker. So this thing is field of view. This is what you can see. So typically I always use iRacing's default. If we spawn here 77 degrees, and I was always quite quick. I was quite quick around Lime Rock Park, and I always find it pretty good. But at other tracks like Zuka, I always felt like the car maybe was understeering a bit more than it should, or maybe I couldn't quite see the next corner properly. And the reason for that is the field of view determines kind of almost how much like real life it looks to your brain. And if you get the field of view just right, it will make you quicker because it'll seem more realistic and it will seem like you can see exactly what the car's doing. You know exactly what the next corner looks like before you've even got there. You can plan ahead a lot more. By the way, I just turned the driving line on just for experiment. So you can see here, look, we've done a lap. I quite like Lime Rock actually, so maybe it's a bit of a bad track for this experiment, but so you can see that's the view that I've got, really nice. But at other tracks like Suzuka, where it feels more understeery, we need this. So this is field of view. Let me just pause this. So one great field of view calculator I have found, literally not associated with the field of view calculator at all. Just literally searched it up, and this was one that came up that I found was quite easy to use. So this is the Samsoid field of view calculator, actually from another sim racing YouTuber actually. And this one I found to be very good. So, I've always raced in 77 degrees. I always thought field of view was a personal preference. I always thought it was what you wanted to see out the window, how wide you want it, But it actually turns out it does make a difference to how, So you can see here, look, giving you a correct feel within the sim will help you become... And the key thing here, definitely more consistent. Almost certainly it makes you more consistent. I discovered that in my Formula Sprint series video that I did. So I've already measured all this stuff. It was about 25.59. I've done it very exact. I did it in centimetres, then converted it to inches. Distance from eye to screen is about 21. This does mean if you don't have a sim rig like me, I don't have a sim rig. Just saying, I don't have a sim rig. So if you're like me and you don't have one, trying to be in the same place all the time is maybe a bit difficult. So I have like a specific place now. My monitor goes against a certain bit on my wall, and I sit in the same place. So it's a good way of measuring it. And it's 21 inches, and then the bezel size was 0.59 inches. So we calculate that, get all these things, and we get a field of view of 62 degrees. That is what my brain, sitting here, if I was in a real life car, that's what I would have in this exact position. It would be a field of view of 62. Now, if you have triples, you can do it as well. If you have triples, it's a little bit, you can zoom it out a lot more to get a better field of view with just a single monitor, 62 inches. And if you move your monitor closer, you can have a slightly larger field of view. So if, say, I was only sitting 10 inches from my screen, I could have a much better field of view. In my opinion, I prefer it to be around 77 degrees. But it does turn out, so 62 is my optimum. So we head into options on iRacing. You can do this in pretty much any game. Go to 62 inches field of view, and you can see now I'm a lot closer to the screen. But if I actually measure where my hands are and where the wheel is, it actually matches up with the game, and that's because it's kind of, I can't move the camera around, but it's basically thinking, if I was in a real car, where would the seat be in this cockpit? And it's exactly where it is for me. If I look ahead, I can see the same amount of wheel as I can in the game. And around Lime Rock Park, it probably won't make me quicker, because I'm quite fast already around Lime Rock Park. But it does definitely make me more consistent. I've noticed that. It's because it helps your concentration. Definitely. You can kind of see that it's more realistic. And you can see it's just so much better. I really, really enjoy it. Oh, rip. But I really like it, you know. I always thought maybe having a bit more zoomed in was worse. But it does make it seem way more real life. You can see there through the chicane gaining quite a bit of time on my previous best. Although my previous best was set at a time I hadn't fully learned this track with this car. But it does feel... I don't know what it is, particularly in the Ferrari. Other cars maybe not so much, but particularly in the Ferrari, it feels a lot more realistic. It feels a lot more, you know, open. It feels like I'm actually sitting here a bit more than before. I don't really know what it is, but as soon as I adjusted it, I can't really describe it, but it was just like a little feeling of, oh, this is quite good actually. So we'll stop there. You can see my lap times aren't going to improve around Lime Rock. Because I actually already like this circuit and I'm already quite quick around it. But it does make quite a big difference. I tested it around Suzuka and straight away I went from crashing to actually being only 2 seconds off the pace. It really helped. You know, I was practicing for an hour and I couldn't get it. But then I adjusted the field of view and it makes those understeery first corners at Suzuka feel a little bit less understeery. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It's just, you know, a very simple thing, this. And it actually makes you a lot quicker in sim racing, depending on the track and car combinations. I hope you really enjoyed this one. Some people, you know, I was looking around to see if it helped others. And some people were saying they experience up to 2 or 3 seconds gain in pace per lap, sometimes, as much as that. So it's pretty amazing. If you've got the wrong field of view, you really can be losing a lot of time. So I hope you really enjoyed this one. I hope to see you in the next one, and bye-bye!